Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there. First down.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
Brings up
the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Edwards-Helaire. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. A quick pass here to Godwin. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down and 1.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. We're scoreless after 1.
It's the end of the 1st quarter with no score.
2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
1st and 10.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. Past the 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Buccaneers.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Ryan Suckup on for the...
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for...
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Hughes on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That one complete to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Chiefs.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now it's Hill. Rolling to his left. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Patrick Mahomes sacked. It's Jordan Whitehead on the tackle. It's second down.
On play action, it's Mahomes. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 11 yards there, first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Travis Kelce, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
14.
The point after is good, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end. 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Shotgun now for Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 14-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 4-yard line.
Back back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Rtth David. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Chiefs 7. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And now it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And going deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Kansas City.
On 1st down, Mahomes eluded, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 20.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue.
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown.
His kick is
extra point put through by Succop. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Chiefs 10.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play. They
tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
White on the tackle.
They'll get a couple yards on that one. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Second down.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
The ball carrier.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
He's going to run again. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
He sets up the screen to Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced a dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 27-yard line.
To throw on second down, McDonald, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
First and 10 at the 16.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
That's out to the left and complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will extend this big lead.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3 and out.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
The catch made by Miller.
The Buccaneers.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Brady to throw again. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Out of the gun, McDonald. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
1st down, Kansas City.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
For Kansas City. He was brought down by Shaq Barrett. A 3-yard gain.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On 2nd down, it's Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
30-yard line. It's a pick.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A quick pass here to Godwin. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead will swell by one more.
To kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Second down.
Help leading them to victory, and the defense. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. This is Jonathan Taylor, and this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
at the 30.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
First and 10, Taylor now. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the gun on 3rd down, Eason. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
First down.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
The ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
It's now 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Colts 7, Steelers nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the safety creep. Check 13. Check 13.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
3rd and 1.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
At the 35-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Colts 7, Steelers nothing.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
At the 48-yard line.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. They'll roll him out right. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
At the 22-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game is 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Indianapolis.
First and 10, Eason. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. And you can bet they're going to lean on him quite a bit, obviously. They did last week. It was over 100 yards. Also, AFC Player of the Week is announced Wednesday.
And until they take that away, I would continue to lean on him. Try and have another reward for him, one in this game. But when you look back at last week and you saw how he was able to find holes in the defense, there's also the run after the catch. That's what made it impressive.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 38 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Steelers.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score.
Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Down at the 41.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
At their own 25-yard line.
Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Intercepted by the...
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 5-yard line. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown,
Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Score, Colts 28, Steelers 7. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 32-yard line.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, it's Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now Haskins on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat. And if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Third down, here's Haskins. Completion here to Claypool. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Mike 6. Watch the run. Hey, check Mike 6. You ain't going nowhere.
They'll indeed go for it with Haskins. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They run with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL-caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And again this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They find some open field here. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 76 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up
It's
significantly.
skyrocketing.
Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly
That
clear
is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Taylor. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor, 62 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
The kick is
So what was
good.
already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, It took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here we go on 4th down, Haskins. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. And partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On design run for their wideout. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move.
It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 65 yards. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Shy of the goal line. A gain of 7.
They'll try to run this one in. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up
They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Here we go on 4th down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
the score, Colts 56, Steelers 21. Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
At the 41-yard line.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They run once more with Taylor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him. But how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
1 yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Colts, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll try to